In this video, I'm going to use this timer to time myself on how long it takes to set an appointment with a seller in pre-foreclosure. Here are the rules of the game. Rule number one is I'm going to use my cell phone. I'm not going to use some sort of expensive dialer, triple, quadruple, 6 dialers on one system. I'm going to use something cheap and inexpensive. That way this process is available to anyone. Number two, I'm going to be using data that has foreclosure sales within the next 30 days. That way there is going to be more motivation, hopefully more good conversations, and you guys can see that. Number three, I am not going to know anything about any of these houses. I haven't talked to any of these sellers. I don't have any data on them other than from NicheData.ai. I have skip trace information on the seller and all their relatives and information, so I will use that information, but I have no previous knowledge of these sellers and never have spoken to any of them. The goal of this video is to kind of give you a basic idea on the work required to get a foreclosure appointment with real time. Also give you an idea of how to speak to these people. So listen to my cadences, how I speak to them, how I overcome objections, how I walk them through options. It's a perfect framework for you to get started doing this yourself. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and set my parameters on NicheData.ai. I'm going to go ahead and filter for properties that have a foreclosure sale in the next month, and I'm going to begin closing them. So in here, you can filter those. I'm going to filter December 17th through, let's move to January 17th. Then I'm going to filter those that are the closest to those that are the farthest away. That way we'll have the most motivated people at the beginning of our calls. And here we go. Okay, so my first property that we have is in Topeka, Kansas. All kinds of activity in Topeka, Kansas. And we're going to give this homeowner a call. Again, I'm using my cell phone. I could use an automatic dialer, but I want this to be realistic for those of you that perhaps are on a smaller budget. You don't have money for those.
Hi, I can't come to the phone right now. Please leave me a message.
Okay, we're gonna try to double tap and see if that works.
Please leave me a message.
Hey, Shelly, my name is Michael. Noticed your lender was giving you some grief with your house over there on 39th Street that had a foreclosure sale coming up in the next few days. I've stopped hundreds of foreclosure sales over the years. Just wanted to reach out, provide some value to you, go over some options and see how I can help. But feel free to give me a call back, shoot me a call or text anytime. I'm willing to go through these options and see what I can do to help. All right, have a good rest of your day and talk to you later. Bye. So many times you want those voicemails to be very conversational. I'm also going to leave her a text. So I'm going to say something similar to what I said on the voicemail. Shelly, my name is Michael. I noticed your lender was moving forward with a foreclosure sale for your place on 39th. I just wanted to go over some options to see how I could help. Okay, so oftentimes they won't answer the phone. Makes complete sense. You know, they're trying to put their head in the sand and act like this doesn't happen. But sometimes if you send a follow-up text, that situation could make them more comfortable and be like, oh, it's not a bot, it's a real person, and then they may reach back out. Okay, so we're going to try another number for this seller. It actually looks to be not as reliable of a number, but we shall see. Got to shoot 100% of your shots, right? Yep. Not surprising. Said it was a really low reliability on that. So we're going to move to some of her relatives. She has a spouse named Kevin. We're going to give Kevin a try. See if we can get a hold of Kevin.
Can I help you?
Hi, is this Kevin?
Kevin no longer works here, sir.
Oh, okay. Is there any way that you could get me in touch with Kevin? I had a question about his home out there in Topeka.
Let me put you on hold and I'll get somebody over here.
Sure, thank you. So again, you want to squeeze the lemon juice out of every lemon to make some lemonade. Don't let opportunities like that pass you up. Who knows if they'll give me a number for Kevin, but there's a decent chance. Try to have fun with it. You don't have to be super rigid on these calls. Remember, we're trying to help people. Shouldn't be any stress here. Hopefully they won't leave us hanging forever. They're killing my stats. Hey, John. I was looking for Kevin Hall. My name is Michael, by the way.
Kevin no longer is employed here.
Yes, that was what the last person said, and then they said they were going to look into connecting me. I had a question about Kevin's house out in Topeka and wondered if you happen to have a contact that I could reach out to him to ask a few questions.
His home phone number is...
Perfect. All right. Well, I thank you for taking the time, and I will give him a call, and have a good rest of your week and a good Christmas.
You too, thank you.
How about that? So I went ahead and pushed through that little bit of resistance, got this guy's cell phone. So let's go ahead and give Kevin a call from this cell phone that his old company shared with us. I now know he does not work there anymore. Does that mean that he's unemployed? I don't know, but it could be a reason that maybe that they're in foreclosure, right? So we'll see. I'm going to give him a call now.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hey, Kevin, my name's Michael. Sorry for the random call here. Noticed your lender was setting up a foreclosure sale in your place on 39th there in the next couple days. I've stopped hundreds of foreclosure sales over the years and have some options to walk you through and hopefully get this thing off your back a little bit. But if you wanted to walk through those, have a good conversation about it and see if we can work out something that could stop this foreclosure sale, I'd be happy to have that conversation. Again, my name's Michael. Feel free to give me a call back. Thanks, Kevin. Bye. We're going to double tap him. We know it's the right phone number.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
And what I'm going to do, I know Kevin has an iPhone. He's got blue bubbles. Blue bubbles is good. Don't want green bubbles. So I'm going to send him a video message, try to connect that I'm one of the good guys, put a name with a face. So I'm going to do that right now. Hey, Kevin, my name's Michael. Just sent you, or just called you there a minute ago. Noticed your lender was giving you some grief on the house over there in Topeka. I've stopped hundreds of foreclosure sales over the years. I don't like the way these lenders treat people. So more than happy to walk you through some options that you have in terms of getting this sale stopped. Hopefully I can provide some value, at least give you some clarity in terms of what you want to do next. But feel free to shoot me a text, shoot me a call. More than happy to help anytime. Thanks, man. Bye. So I sent that over to Kevin. Again, we want to squeeze the lemon juice out of each lemon, make some lemonade. So I'm going to make some notes that that's Kevin's number. They also have some children that are over there in Topeka that are of age. They're both in their 30s by what it looks like. So I'm not going to call anyone that's a minor, but if they're of age, I don't have a problem with it. This should be the number of one of the sons. Again, I know nothing about any of these properties. If I had guys, they would go out to these doors, knock them, get some information, and pre-qual them for me. But we don't have that in this situation.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Dylan. My name is Michael. I'm sorry for the random call. Was looking to connect with your folks, either, I guess, Kevin Hall. Noticed that they were giving him some grief with the place over there on 39th Street. Foreclosure sale coming up really, really quick. Just wanted to reach out, see what I can do to lend a hand. I've stopped hundreds of foreclosure sales and be more than happy to walk you guys through some options. So if you happen to get this, give me a call. I would love to talk with you or Kevin and see what I can do to help. Thanks, man. Bye. Again, notice how casual I am. I don't try to be really rigid and corporate. You're just trying to connect with these people and see what you can do to help. So there's one more child based on my skip tracing. Hey, Cameron, my name is Michael. Sorry for the random call. I was trying to connect with Kevin Hall. He had a property out there on 39th Street and noticed his lender was giving him some grief. So was hoping that you could connect me with Kevin. Looks like there's a foreclosure sale in the next few days. I've stopped, hundreds of foreclosure sales at this point and just want to walk him through options and see what I can do to help him stop the lender from foreclosing. So feel free to give me a call back and appreciate your time. Thanks. Bye. All right. So I have called every number that I can in terms of this property out there in Topeka. One thing that you're going to do is you're going to dig your well, right? You're going to do the activities, do the things, and then keep going. And then after you've done enough activities, someone will respond back to one of your texts, one of your calls, and then all of a sudden you'll have an in. So we're going to move on to the next one here. Okay, this one has a foreclosure sale December 17th, mañana. So there ought to be some motivation. Can't wait for Niche CRM to come out. That way we can not have to manually dial these all the time. Again, be patient with these calls. We're going to double tap. Lets them know that it's urgent, and then we want to talk to them.
Sorry, mailbox is full. To send an SMS notification, press 5.
Okay, so mailbox is full. I want to say that the homeowner is deceased. This is his wife. So I'm going to go over to the relatives tab. Looks like they've got a few kiddos that might live out there in Topeka. So I'm going to give them a ring-a-ling, see if I can get a hold of them.
Hello?
Hi, Ashley?
Yes?
Hi, Ashley. My name's Michael. I apologize for the random call. Do you happen to know Margaret Hicks by chance?
That is my ex-mother-in-law.
Oh, your ex-mother-in-law. I imagine that's a little bit painful. But the reason I'm calling is they have a property out there in Topeka on 66th Street, her and George. And it has a foreclosure sale here in the next few days, and I was just trying to connect with them to see how I could help.
I can give you her phone number, but she doesn't always answer the phone.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I just stopped foreclosure sales. I want to walk her through her options. And in Kansas, just because a house forecloses doesn't mean it's the end. And I can help them with that. And I just want to walk them through those options and see if I can lend a hand. So.
Okay, if you give me just a second,
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you her phone number. Just a moment.
Take your time. Very good. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and wish you a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you again.
Hey, you too. Thank you.
All right. Bye now. Okay, so we went ahead and found a relative. The relative's name is Ashley. She gave me that phone number, and that was the very number that we had in our skip tracing. So again, I know that this is Margaret. Okay, so I'm going to star this. Again, we're not using any sophisticated software. And I'm going to send Margaret a video message. Hopefully it'll go through. Actually, I'm just going to text her. Okay, so I'm going to text Margaret because her inbox is full. Hey, Margaret, I got your number from Ashley. I just wanted to reach out to see how I can help with your home. I've stopped hundreds of foreclosure sales and would be happy to walk you through options. Give me a call. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see the value in Niche Data here. It immediately gave me the right phone number. She's just not answering right now, which we can't control that. But it also gives me her emails that if I was going to do this in a different format, I would definitely send those out. But on the relatives tab, first relative is Ashley. Ashley answered. She confirmed that that phone number was right. So in my CRM or my Google Sheet or whatever, I would definitely be starring that phone number that I just had as correct. And then I would be following up with that like crazy. Okay, so we know that this is Margaret. Okay, so if she ends up calling me back or texting me, I'll know. That's really good progress. So again, that is a win. Is that an appointment set? No, of course not. But now I know that I can call Ashley. I know that I have the right number for Margaret in that situation. That is a dub. You do that enough times, you're going to get appointments. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next one. Let's see what we got. Oop, that one actually the foreclosure sale got stopped. So we're going to move on from that one. Hopefully someone helped that person. Okay, so this one is on winter, and we have a lady named Diana. And this one has a foreclosure sale literally tomorrow. So hopefully we can get a hold of them and see if we can lend a hand. It's giving me a reliability score that's not that great. 88 out of 100. Normally over 100 is pretty solid, but we'll give it a try. Okay, that one was disconnected. Very normal with these leads. Hey, I'm going to call some of these others. They're even less reliable, but you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Please leave your message for
Hi, Deanna. My name's Michael. I was calling about your property over there in Kansas City on Winter. Noticed Logs was giving you a little bit of grief, and just wanted to reach out, see if I can lend a hand, and go over some options that might help get this foreclosure stopped. So feel free to give me a call back. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye. I got a text back from Shelly on 39th, one of the first houses we looked at. It literally got canceled a few minutes ago, she said. So congratulations to her. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to go back. The phone numbers for the homeowner, they were not working, so we're going to try her kids. They have some very interesting names in this family. I'm probably going to butcher it.
Hello?
Hi, is this Livian?
Phone number?
While I have you, do you...
Bruh.
So it probably isn't the wrong number. So we got a Livian, we got a Hercule, we got a Magdala. Holy moly, how am I supposed to know how to pronounce all these? So we're going to keep trying since she doesn't want to talk to me. So we're going to try another relative here.
your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
None of these look to be very reliable. Okay, so we're going to move past this one for the time being. I'm going to come back to it. Next one is on Swarmer. This one has a foreclosure sale in 3 days or 2 days. Plenty of time. Okay, and this one has an opening bid of $294, ARV around 500. Maybe a deal there depending on the condition. Actually getting a call back. Hello. Do you happen to know a Diana Jules by chance? What's that?
I know her, but I don't see her.
Do you happen to know her by chance?
No.
Come again?
Oh, okay. Well, she has a house out there in Kansas City. It's up for foreclosure sale here in a couple of days, and I was just trying to track her down to walk her through some options and see how I could help.
Okay. I don't know. I know her, but I don't have nothing news with her. Okay.
Oh, okay. So you know her, you just haven't talked to her recently?
Where do you find my phone number?
Well, it just had your name in relation to Diana, and it had a number there. So that's why I'm giving you a call, just in case you were family or friends or anything like that.
You call the wrong number.
How would I get...
Diana, but I don't have. I don't know nothing to Diana. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You're digging your well, and these people keep calling you back, right? Does it necessarily lead to something productive? Not necessarily, but you can see where what I'm getting at there. Let's see what we can do on this Schwarner.
Wasim Khan, kindly leave a message. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Khan. My name is Michael. Sorry to give you this random call here. Noticed your lender was giving you some grief with your place over there on Swarner and Lenexa. I've stopped a few hundred foreclosure sales over the years and just wanted to be a value add to you and go over some different options. I'm guessing you have it taken care of, but noticed that foreclosure sale was here in 2 days and just wanted to give you some resources, some tools. Maybe we can bounce some ideas off the wall on how to get that sale stopped. But feel free to give me a call back. I'm more than happy to walk you through those and just be a value add, like I said. So have a good one. If you need anything, give me a call. Thanks. Bye. I don't know if you guys could hear the phone number on the other side, but it did say the name that is on here on our skip tracing on Niche Data. So that is a good phone number. Let's see if we got some relatives, maybe a wife. Yes, we do. So let's give that number a call. This appears to be the spouse.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Again, these phone numbers are correct. So very reliable data. You kind of just got to go through everyone and keep calling. So on this particular data point, we have 5 or 6 other relatives. So you could really dig deep into this and have a good conversation. Let's move on. All right, so this one has a foreclosure sale also on December 18th. We're going to see if we can get a hold of David.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
We're going to double tap. Says he's at a Denver Broncos fan. Blah.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Okay, so he's not answering. Let's see if we have any relatives. So we've got some relatives here that are also out of the Denver area. So perhaps he moved out there or something.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Okay, let's see if we can get a hold of anyone else. I've got a couple of people that are underage. Definitely don't want to call them. We know we got David's number right. Let's move on to the next one. Conveniently enough, the next seller's name is also David. Apparently, David's going to foreclosure. This one's an Independence. Foreclosure sale in a couple of days. Let's see what we can do to get a hold of this David.
Your call has been forwarded. Your call has been forwarded to an...
Oh, brother.
Okay, I'm going to send David a video message. See if I can get a hold of him that way. Hey, David, my name's Michael. Noticed Nation Star was giving you some grief with your house over there in Independence. Noticed the sale was in a few days. I've stopped hundreds of foreclosure sales over the years, and I'm guessing you have it taken care of, but every now and then these lenders kind of let things fall through the cracks, and you know, they don't know their left from their right. So just wanted to reach out, see if I could go over some options with you and just be a value add. If you wanted to have a conversation, I'm actually in Independence myself, happy to bounce by and have a conversation. But again, just wanted to put a name with a face. I know you got a lot of people reaching out to you. I'm sure it's a little bit overwhelming, but I've seen these situations thousands of times, and I can be a value add. Thanks, man. Have a good one. Okay, let's see if we have any relatives for David. The funny thing is these have some alternate addresses. I would love to go door knock these. Okay, it looks like there's an alternate address, and that's where his spouse is. So it's quite likely this could be a divorce situation. So let's give her a call.
Hello, this is Rochelle.
Hi, Rochelle. My name's Michael. Sorry for the random call. Reason I was reaching out was about David's place over there in Independence on Concord. I'm sure you're getting blown up about it. But just wanted to reach out and see if there was anything I could do in those sales here in a couple of days.
Actually, are you part of East West Properties?
Yeah, I am actually. That's funny.
Your partner called earlier.
Oh, okay.
And I recognize your name, too, because I'm in title insurance.
Oh, okay.
I'm only entitled to that house. I'm not on the loan.
Gotcha.
And I work for Alliance, so I think we've emailed a few times back and forth.
There you go.
From what I understand, he actually did wire the reinstatement amount, I believe, on Friday. So now it's a matter of the lender getting back with the attorney to start the presses.
Okay. Very good. Just in case that doesn't go through, because I've seen thousands of these foreclosure situations, and sometimes they send it to the wrong place, or they wire it wrong, or they don't get it enough sent over. Are you working directly with him, or?
I've got a backup plan.
Okay.
I've got a friend who's an investor who's like, hey, let me know. We'll front the money and go from there.
Gotcha.
I have a backup plan for sure.
Gotcha. Well, if you want a backup plan that's done 700 or 800 of these foreclosure sales, I'm more than happy to be a backup of a backup plan. But I'm glad David seems to have it taken care of.
Yes, and as soon as it's done, I'm deeding myself off the property. I had to wait for this to be all done and something else to be done so I can deed off because we are legally divorced.
Oh my goodness, that's always the fun ones when. Because did he get deeded the property, or did he get it in the divorce decree, or?
He got that property in the divorce, and in the middle of the divorce, I bought my own house.
Gotcha.
So he got that property. I wasn't on the note, so I had no problems buying my own house. Thank God.
Well, hopefully it hasn't impacted you too much.
It seems like everybody's calling me.
Wonderful. Yeah, his phone numbers go right to voicemail, and So yeah, I don't know if he's just trying to hide or what the situation is, but well, I'm glad you guys have it taken care of.
Yep, the only reason I'm helping out is for my kids, so we'll see.
I got you. Well, if you need anything, feel free to reach out. I know you said you had an option there, but if for whatever reason that doesn't work out, I'm available to you anytime.
All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Well, at least my guys are doing their job. So it sounded like that person was involved in a title company and knew all about this situation, and guess they had an investor in their back pocket. So this is a situation I would have liked to get to earlier. Again, I know nothing about these properties, but that was a good conversation. At least connected with the ex-wife. She admitted that there was a problem, said that they had reinstated the loan. But again, I would keep that person in my CRM, in my Google Drive empire, right, to follow up with. This has a foreclosure sale here in a couple of days. But again, my guess is this thing will roll back around. So this is a long-term play, but we are going to keep following up. Next one is on the Great Road of Duck. Duck, duck, goose. That's what we're playing today is duck, duck, goose. Hey, looks like that one got stopped on duck. So we're going to try the next one in Hidden Ridge. So I know we're 45 minutes in, right? Haven't set an appointment yet, but I've had a couple of conversations, had a few people try to connect me with the correct phone numbers. So this is good interaction, guys. It's not going to happen all at once. I was hoping maybe that I would get an appointment sooner, but this takes time. You're going to have to put in the calls. You're going to have to put in the effort. If you could schedule an appointment within a couple of days' work, would you do that? Heck yeah. That thing could make a good money. So now we've got property on Hidden Ridge. This thing's got foreclosure sale in 3 days. Looks like estimated loan balance 142, Zestimate 215. So not a whole lot of equity, but this appears to be a townhome. So sometimes we can operate on small margins with those. So let's give them a call.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hey there, I noticed that South Law was giving you some grief with your place over there on Hidden Ridge. My name is Michael, by the way, and stopped hundreds and hundreds of foreclosure sales over the years, and noticed that they had set this up in a few days from now. Just wanted to reach out, knowing that you've been probably blown up 500 times, but I've stopped, over 700 foreclosure sales over the years, and just wanted to walk you through some options, bounce some things off the wall, and see if I might be able to come up with an option to get this sale stopped. Again, my name is Michael. More than happy to get on a call, try to be a value add for you. Again, I know you're getting blown up, so I know it's stressful. It's hard to know who to trust. But again, I do this all day, every day, stopping foreclosure sales for people. So feel free to give me a call back, text, call anytime. I happen to be probably only a couple miles from you by my office here. So if you want to set up a meeting to talk, more than happy to do so. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so let's keep trying. Okay, so we've got a couple of siblings, it appears, in Blue Springs. But I'm going to call the father. Man.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Kayla Sullivan. Please leave me a message or shoot me.
That's not who I want to get a hold of. Let's try perhaps a sibling, a brother maybe. Hey, Greg, my name's Michael. Sorry for the random call. The reason I was calling was about Bradley. He has a foreclosure sale in his home over there on Hidden Ridge here in a couple of days. And just wanted to reach out to him, kind of walk through some options of how we could get that sale stopped. Again, I've stopped hundreds of foreclosure sales over the years, and I hate to even be calling, to be honest. I don't like to involve the family if I don't have to, but just wanting to help him out, see if we can get this sale stopped and things back on track. So again, my name's Michael. Feel free to give me a call. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Okay, so that was a confirmed number of the brother named Greg. This is something that I would put in my CRM to follow up with. He also lives in the same town, So you could potentially go door knock that property. Again, these numbers are really good. It's just a matter of time before we go ahead and get a hold of one of these folks. I'm going to try Jeffrey, another sibling of Bradley's. So let's give Jeffrey a call. Oop, they answered. I'm double tapping.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, Jeff. My name's Michael. Sorry to bug you. I was calling about Bradley, his place over there on Hidden Ridge. It has a foreclosure here in a few days, and hate to even call you, but I've stopped north of 700 foreclosure sales over the years, and who's calling me back? Ooh, it's the dad calling me back. Hello.
Hi, I just missed a call from this number.
I think I had the wrong number. I apologize. So sorry.
Okay, no worries. You have a great one.
Lost that phone number. So again, every single one of these phone numbers has been correct for the most part. Got a hold of both brothers, confirmed on their voicemail. These are perfect numbers to follow up with. Even in our software here, it gives their addresses, so we could go door knock those and follow up with those folks. So really happy with the connect rate here. We just haven't gotten a hold of that person to set up an appointment quite yet. So let's keep going to the next property. Okay, this one is on Olive Street. Let's see what we have. Okay, Olive Street. This property, the date of sales, the day after Christmas. Shoot. Hope we get this thing stopped. I've actually recognized this from the past. I think this person's gone through the cycle a number of times. Phone number, not the most reliable in terms of the score. Not surprising. This person's been in foreclosure for years at this point, is my guess. So my guess is they've had to switch phone numbers because they've probably behind on their cell phone payments would be my guess.
Hello?
Hi, is this Rachel?
No.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Do you happen to know... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
This is Alexandra.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alexandra. Do you happen to know a Blake Swift or a Rachel Swift by chance?
Blake Swift is my husband.
Oh, Blake. Okay. Gotcha. Well, the reason I'm calling, I'm guessing you're getting blown up all the time, but he has a place over there on Olive with a foreclosure sale coming up the day after Christmas. And I just wanted to reach out, see how I could help. I've stopped probably north of 700 foreclosure sales in my career and just wanted to be a value add and see what I can do to help you guys through the situation here.
I appreciate that. I'm currently working with an attorney for bankruptcy just
Perfect.
because my mortgage company was unhelpful with doing a loss mitigation. So
That's not surprising. Those guys drop the ball left and right. Just so I can, wipe it from my brain, make sure that you're okay. What's that attorney done for you so far?
he had helped me try to file a bankruptcy in the past, and so
Okay.
working with him to get that done again.
Perfect. And then I don't know if you've gotten to this point, but obviously the court's going to start determining if you're doing that in good faith or not. Has the attorney said for sure this is going to go through? I'm sure it will, but I just want to double check.
No, he has not yet.
Okay. Would it be okay? You got kiddos there. Probably not a good time.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I got kiddos myself, so I get it. I went through foreclosure back in 2014, so completely understand. Have you been able to pay them and retain them, and have they started work for you? I don't mean to pry. I'm just trying to paint the picture for myself.
No, we haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay. Have they kind of given you a bill or an estimate on how much it'll take to start those services again?
No.
Okay, I got you. Because normally it's...
I have bankruptcy lawyer
Gotcha.
help through my employer.
Oh, that's interesting. Where do you work? I'm not trying to pry, just curious. Because I'm always looking for... What's that?
Locked in.
Locked
It's an
in.
insurance broker. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Because Because I'm running into these situations all the time, and I just want to be valuable to sellers. And sometimes I'm not the right solution, and would love to be able to refer them to people. What's your plan if for whatever reason this bankruptcy path doesn't work? I hope it does.
Don't know.
Okay.
I hope so too, because I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Would it be okay, while I have you, knowing that you want to go that bankruptcy path, would it be okay if we went through 5 options that I have just to kind of help you get some clarity in case that doesn't work?
Is there a chance that I can give you my email address and you can like send them to me in an email?
Sure. I can give it to you in an email. Is it just because it's not a good time right now with the kiddos? I got you.
Yeah.
What's a good email for you?
It's ali.swift@outlook.com.
And then I can definitely do that for you. Is there another time that I could follow up with you on the phone as well, just so I can give more clarity on that and ask some questions? I know you sound very busy. I've got kids of my own, so I get it.
Yep, tomorrow, anytime after like 8:30 or 9, before 4 o'clock would be fine.
Okay, so between 8:30 and 4 o'clock. Is there a time in there that works best?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Would it be okay if I called you around 10?
Sure.
Okay. Very good. Well, I will call you around 10, and no matter what, you're not going to get foreclosed on. It sounds like you've got a good attorney in place, but I've stopped north of 700 of these and can at least give you any resources in case that doesn't work.
Appreciate that very much.
All right. Appreciate you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow at 10.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye now. So it's not an in-person appointment, but that person was very motivated. She used the objection, hey, I'm going to use a bankruptcy attorney. The tendency is that, I'm going to just give up when they say that. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're filing bankruptcy. I hope it works out for the best. I'll follow up sometime. Well, I prodded her a little bit, like, have you actually started the process? Do you have the money? No, we haven't started the process. I have this person, they're from Lockton. But again, a lot of times these sellers are going to project what they want to do, not what they are doing. So she then opened up and said, I'm not really confident in that. And I have no idea what I'm going to do if that doesn't work. Okay, so I could hear kids in the background. I don't know if you could hear them, but she obviously was a little bit hesitant to speak about the process with kids. Obviously, if they're 3, 7, 8 years old, they're gonna understand this conversation. It's right before Christmas. There's no need to get them all riled up and scared. So she wanted to speak again. She wanted to speak tomorrow at 10 a.m. To me, that is a win. Okay, so within 1 hour and 2 minutes, we'd had a few different contacts. We got a hold of a seller that wanted to speak again, set up a verbal appointment. I will record that appointment for you to attach on the end of this call to see if we can set a formal in-person appointment. Again, this is within 10 days of this foreclosure sale. That's why it's so important that you want to use niche data, right? That to get all of your automated foreclosure data, skip trace. Again, we found this person within 1 hour. Her name's Alex, and we're going to hopefully set up an appointment with her. But automate your foreclosure data. Do that with niche data. Within the niche community behind us, there are hundreds of investors that specialize in this. We're all doing the same thing, trying to improve our conversational skills, trying to improve our marketing skills, trying to improve the power team that we have around us to help us out in these situations. So if you want to learn more about niche lists, get niche data like this so you can set up a motivated seller appointment in 1 hour and 1 minute, we would love to have you in that community. It's life-changing. People are doing deals left and right. But guys, thank you for watching.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hello.
Hey there, this is Michael. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing okay. Is now an okay time?
Yeah, sorry, I had a last minute meeting this morning.
No, I got you. Well, I know you're probably tired of talking about this stuff, but catch me up to speed. What can I do to help?
I just didn't know if you, I mean, I didn't get that email. You just said you had multiple different options.
Yeah.
So I was just going to see if you could tell me what those options
Sure.
were, just so that I kind of had an idea.
Yeah, I'm happy to go through those with you. You may have heard some of them, but we can at least, walk through them, answer any questions you have, and see what I can do to help. Number one is by far the best option for you. It's what I would hope for you, actually. It's called a reinstatement. You're just bringing the loan current from what you're behind. Do you know, give or take, how far you're behind at the moment?
I think the last thing that they told me was 20,000. I think.
Okay, 20,000. Okay, and is that an amount that you have on hand, or perhaps you have a 401k or some type of work retirement account or something like that you could tap into?
No, not for that amount. No.
Okay. And then have you spoken to family or friends? Maybe someone could loan you some money?
Not in that amount. No.
Okay. So sounds like reinstatement is off the table. Second one is a loan modification. Have you spoken with your lender about that possibility?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was kind of upset and frustrated because I had called them.
Yeah.
And they had told me that I was essentially approved to get assistance.
Okay.
And so, a few days went by. I was working on getting all of the documents uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I got an email that it was closed. So then
When you say closed, what does that mean?
Closed, like as in they closed the assistance.
Got it. Okay.
There was nothing else I could do.
Got it.
And I had told them that, I had done this before, and
Mm-hmm.
they told me that as long as I had it in 10 days before the sale date, that it would be fine. But they just closed it on me with nothing and told me that there was nothing else they could do.
Yeah. Was that HUD assistance?
No, that was through just the lender.
Okay, just through the lender. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then had you tried anything since then? When was that they closed it on you?
Probably a week and a half ago.
Okay, so fairly recent. So you would say they're probably not, willing to play ball in terms of the loan mod?
Yeah, and I even called the attorney that's handling it, and they basically said that I needed to go through the lender, but then the lender wasn't doing anything for me.
Sure.
So.
And you said you had gone through this before. Had you gotten some sort of government grant or assistance in the past?
I did the SAFER.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I did that last year.
Okay.
And was able to get some assistance that way.
Nice. Do you remember what they gave you back then?
I don't.
Okay. Was it more or less than 10,000, do you think?
Probably around there, maybe a little bit more.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so number 1 and 2 are probably out. Number 3, we briefly talked about it yesterday. You were looking into the possibility of a bankruptcy. You had mentioned something about locked in and having someone that you had been introduced to.
Yes.
Okay. How is that going?
Unfortunately, I haven't heard back from the attorney that I had worked with previously.
Okay.
I was going to call them today and leave them and hopefully get in touch with them.
And you said you had filed bankruptcy on this house before. Is that right, or do I have it wrong?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So you filed bankruptcy before. My concern is that you might be able to file bankruptcy, but sometimes on the second go around, the judge at the bankruptcy court takes a look at that, and they're like, we don't really think this is being done in good faith. We're not sure that the payments can be handled anyway. And then they'll deny it. And what's awful is when sellers rely on, or homeowners rely on that, and then they tell you, the day before the foreclosure sale, then it's like, shoot, I'm kind of up the creek now. In the past, what were you paying for that bankruptcy attorney before, when they did it before you prior?
Like I said, it was through my employer. I had
Okay.
employee benefits, so I didn't have to pay anything.
Do you still have that ability? Are you still with that
Yes.
company? Okay, great. So if that works out, awesome. My only fear is that bankruptcy is perhaps kind of like putting a Band-Aid on an infected wound, so to speak. It might kick the can down the road, but it doesn't really solve the problem. I mean, what are the payments on the house right now, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just trying to paint a picture for myself.
About 1,200.
1,200. Okay. And then you're still employed with that same company, you said?
That's correct.
Okay. And then give or take, what's your take home every month or every 2 weeks?
I get about $650 every week.
Okay, $650 every week, so it's about $2,600 a month. Okay, so you're approaching, and then you don't even have utilities in there. You're approaching, 50+% of your income. Really, you should never be more than about 25%.
I have my husband's income.
True. I didn't even think about that. What is his income?
He brings home about $2,500 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so he brings up about $5,000 a month. By the numbers, it makes sense. Is he employed right now?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything going on that's preventing you from paying that $1,200 a month, or is it just that $20K behind and you can't get to that number?
It's just what's behind. We are
Gotcha.
fine going forward. We had some rough things going on, but those are all behind us at this point.
Okay, gotcha. So bankruptcy might be an option, but at the end of the day, you're going to file bankruptcy, and then you're still going to have to pay those arrears at some point. So as it happened in this situation, it's going to loop back around, except your fees are going to be higher, your credit's going to be lower, the chance of getting a loan mod goes down, and then all of a sudden you're $30,000 behind or more. So that's my fear with the bankruptcy, but it would stop the sale more than likely. Option 4, you've probably heard before, cash sale, right? Do you know, give or take, what you have on the principal? Again, this has nothing to do with an offer or anything like that. I'm just trying to understand the whole scope of the situation.
I don't offhand.
Okay. Do you have a recent mortgage statement? You don't have to get it right now, but I didn't know if you had one from recently.
Since I'm at work, I don't have.
Yeah, I got you. So if you decided to go that route, we could give you the highest physical cash offer that we could, get some money in your pocket, help you find new housing, but that's just one option. Then the last option is called subject to. I don't know if you've heard of that option before.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Subject to is just a fancy way of saying that I could assume your loan, meaning I would bring the $20K or so that you're behind, reinstate the loan. I would take ownership of the home, but if we decide it was mutually beneficial, you could stay in the home long-term as a tenant with the potential to buy the house back down the line when your credit was back to where it needed to be. That option's good because it provides you flexibility, also keeps you in the home, because you said you had kiddos, right? I don't know if they're school age or not. They are. So would keep you in the home, and largely things would stay the same. So I know it's not an ideal scenario, but it at least would keep you in the home if we both decided that was a good path. What questions do you have for me? I'm an open book.
I don't think any right now. I think that filing bankruptcy would be my hope, just because I think that to keep everything as normal or as it is as possible.
Yeah. Because when was the sale again? I know you told me last night, but it slipped my mind.
It's like the day after Christmas.
26th. Okay, another thing to consider is that attorneys basically are hard to get a hold of, as you know, and now it's Christmas time, so you're going to have a bunch of days off for people. So what I don't want you to do is go all in on that thing and not have a backup plan. If you can stop it on your own, great. And I've seen thousands of these situations, and I'm not entirely sure that bankruptcy is the right play for you, but I'm in support of you, whatever you decide. But what I want you to have is a backup plan. And you said that stability is important to you, staying in the home is important to you. So I'd be more than happy to meet with you guys as just a backup plan and kind of explain these options to your husband and see what he thinks. And, if you guys decide the bankruptcy play is okay, more than happy to help you with that. But at the end of the day, it's smart to have a backup plan in case these attorneys don't get back to you or don't perform on the timeline that we have.
I will check in with him and see what our availability looks like and get back to you.
Okay. Do you guys both work Monday through Friday?
Yep.
Okay. And then are you normal schedule 9 to 5 type of deal?
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Potentially we could meet Saturday, but preferably we would get things going because that would only give us, 2 business days, and then the second business day is Christmas Eve. So I don't know if you guys have time after work. Obviously, you can get in touch with him and see what he's thinking, but when would you like me to follow up with you? Perfect. Is there a time? Is this about this time good for you, around 11:45? Well, good deal. Well, I'll probably shoot you a text, see how you're doing, but if you speak to your husband and he wants to meet up, again, it's just completely consultative, walk you through your options, no pressure, obligation whatsoever. I just want to make sure that you get this thing whipped.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your day. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a text anytime. I'm more than happy to answer. Like I said, I'm an open book.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Have a good rest of your day. If you need anything, I'm just on the other side of the line here.
Thank you.
So that is a seller that wants at all cost to be able to stay in her home. She's filed bankruptcy once. There's probably a partial claim from HUD on there. Not exactly sure how much equity there is in the home. Not even sure it would be good for us. You got to pitch that in-person appointment. She wants to default to the bankruptcy. I don't think that's a good option for her. I honestly think selling, getting into a different situation is probably better for her. And maybe there's a subject to path. It's kind of risky. They say that their income is high enough to afford living there, and maybe they just can't afford the rears and they can afford that monthly payment. But I will follow up with her tomorrow, see if we can get that in-person appointment set. I think we built some trust and rapport, but at the same time, she's kind of got her nails dug deep into, keeping the house and keeping ownership. I think she's going to come around on that. We just got to keep following up, keep showing her value. But again, this call came from 60 minutes of effort, and there's a solid deal on the other side of this. So very exciting. Hopefully this inspires you to keep going when your calls or door knocks maybe aren't panning out the way that you would want. But great call, great progress with her. If this was beneficial, like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me, and I'll see you on the next one.